let's look at Gerritt Gong. In the annual report from 1987, 1988, we see the Council on Foreign Relations, Gerritt Gong. And he wrote some books leading up till back in the 70s, 80s, 90s, and all the way up till 2010. These are all scrubbed from the internet, so they're very difficult to find. But as one of the benefits of membership, I've been able to scour them down, spend a lot of money getting them and scanning them and finding different places that have them and putting them in our membership portal. So that's one of the benefits of membership in the Tree of Liberty Society. All of these have just quotes that just talk about world government and praising Mao and praising China. But I want to bring out some key quotes out of his International Studies Review in 2010. So very shortly before he became more well known to those in mainstream society. He says, quote, that certain forces are at work in world politics, striving to impose a purposefully charted directionality on our world's near-term history and future. So there's forces at work, so kind of like this mysterious dark, or maybe he's promoting it, he's saying it's a good thing, are working to build and direct the world's, direct society in the world in the near term and the future. And in his book, The Standard of Civilization, he says that we're now being made to enshrine demands for a new international economic order, a new international information order, so economics, information, and a new international cultural order within whatever legality United Nations resolutions proffer. We have that book available for any of our members to read, and you can get the full context that he's supporting this. He's not saying this is a bad thing. He's saying that these forces are important, and we need to have the UN structure to implement this new economic, education, and cultural order. And in 2001, he wrote, these remembering and forgetting issues will shape the future, a future in which the way the peoples and countries remember and forget will structure the international system. And so with this new international information order, 1984 Orwell's memory hole, we're going to make sure that things are forgotten and then certain things are brought up to our memory to direct us in the direction that this international conspiracy wants us to move into. And so in 2001, he also wrote that the belief in general principles of law as recognized by civilized nations made its way from a convocation of civilized states gathered in 1899 to the not dissimilar group which convened in London 24th October 1945 to ratify the Charter of the United Nations at the first session of the General Assembly. The International Court of Justice held its inaugural sitting in April of 1946 at the Peace Palace, to which Baron de Descamps had referred to in his appeal to civilized conscience, and began his judicial business proper on 22nd of May, 1947, when the Corfu Channel case opened. So he says this is, the general principles recognized by civilized nations. So what he's implying here, the implication here, is that if you're not going along with this international court, you're not going along with world government, then you're not civilized. And then he also spoke at the G20 Interfaith Forum. Their mission is they advance global solutions by collaborating with religious thought leaders and political representatives. The Interfaith Forum offers an annual platform where a network of religiously linked institutions and initiatives engage on global agendas, primarily including the Sustainable Goals, or SDGs, so Agenda 2030. The G20 Interfaith Forum organizes its work through a series of working groups which focus on areas of recurring relevance to G20 policy priorities, one of them being gender equality. And to some population at large, that might seem like, what's wrong with that? That's exactly what led to mothers leaving the home and is now leading to the transgender and sodomite supremacy movement.